Welcome back, Kate, to one of the most interesting history podcasts on YouTube. I am Jeremy, and this is Twisted History, if you did not know that already. From where we left off, we were in Quebec, Montreal, I believe. Well, today's episode, we will be sliding over to Oka, Quebec. In 1961, a 9-hole golf course was being built on land belonging to the Mohawk of the, and excuse me if I mispronunciate this word, Kanesatake Reserve, known as the Pines. The Mohawk had been pressuring the government to recognize their rights to the land since the 18th century, but said requests were at the most part ignored. In 1989, Mayor of Oka had announced that they would be expanding the course and authorize the construction of condominiums, despite the protests of Mohawk and other concerns expressed by the Quebec Minister of the Environment. Unable to halt the construction developments, Mohawk protesters constructed a barricade to block access to the area. After 2 injunctions to remove the roadblock were ignored, the Mayor of Oka asked the provincial police force, the Sûreté du Québec, to act. On July the 11th of 1990, the Sûreté du Québec, or SQ for short, had assaulted the barricade using tear gas and concussion grenades. The funny thing is the gas actually blew back at the police. It's a good thing they were wearing masks though. But the resulting attack had led to a brief gunfight that killed Corporal Marcel Lemay. With increasing resistance and more Aboriginal supporters from all over Quebec, tensions rose even further when the Mohawk had blockaded the Mercier Bridge, cutting off Montreal's southern suburbs. This action enraged local residents. The SQ not only had to deal with the blockades, but now they had to deal with the frustrated citizens. The stalemate had continued throughout August, and it was clear that the SQ was not capable of resolving the crisis, therefore bringing the RCMP in. At the same time, Premier of Quebec, Robert Bourassa, requested aid from the Canadian Armed Forces. 800 regulars from the Royal 22nd Regiment, and backed by the RCMP, they replaced the SQ on August 20th of 1990, assuming positions mere meters from the protesters. With recon aircraft hovering above, the protesters were feeling the pressure. By August 29th, negotiations had ended with the blockade of the Mercier Bridge, and the protests at the Oka blockade ended on the 26th of September 1990. Several were detained by the military and others were charged by the SQ. 5 were convicted of crimes including assault and theft, with 1 serving time in jail. The Oka crisis had showed the many flaws in terms of Aboriginal rights, as well as government and police responses to protests and occupations. The crisis helped establish the Royal Commission on Aboriginal Peoples as well. That is going to do it for this episode today, although it was a little bit of a short one. We still have one more episode to go as we are going overseas one last time to Canada's peacekeeping operations. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one.